Hey there, philosophy enthusiasts. Today I'm diving into W.D. Ross's theory of prima facie duties and the moral quandaries in Ursula K. Le Guin's The Ones Who Walk Away from Omelas. This is week 10, and it's all about exploring competing moral principles. W.D. Ross brought a fresh perspective to moral philosophy, critiquing both utilitarianism and Kantianism. While utilitarianism is all about the greatest good for the greatest number, and Kantianism focuses on universal duties, Ross offered something more flexible. He acknowledged that moral duties can and often do conflict. Ross introduced the concept of prima facie duties, moral obligations that are binding at first glance but can be overridden by stronger duties in certain situations. These duties aren't absolute. Instead, they're guidelines we should generally follow unless a more pressing duty takes precedence. Some of Ross's key prima facie duties include fidelity, which means keeping promises; reparation, making amends for harm done; gratitude, acknowledging benefits; justice, distributing benefits fairly; beneficence, helping others; self-improvement, bettering oneself; and non-maleficence, avoiding harm. According to Ross, when faced with a moral dilemma, we need to reflect on the specific circumstances and weigh these competing duties to figure out which one takes priority. This approach allows for moral flexibility while still recognizing the importance of ethical principles. Now let's turn to The Ones Who Walk Away from Omelas. Ursula K. Le Guin's story presents us with a moral dilemma that perfectly embodies conflicting duties. Omelas is a utopian society where everyone's happiness depends on the suffering of a single child kept in miserable conditions. Most citizens accept this arrangement, but some, disturbed by the injustice, choose to walk away from Omelas. This story raises a powerful moral question. Is it justifiable to allow one person to suffer for the greater happiness of others? Ross's theory of prima facie duties challenges us to consider competing obligations. Here, the duty of beneficence, maximizing happiness, conflicts with the duties of justice and non-maleficence, avoiding harm to the child. So what are the key takeaways for week 10? 1. Prima facie duties represent important moral obligations that may be overridden when they conflict with more pressing duties in a specific context. 1. Ross's theory emphasizes the importance of reflection in moral decision-making, encouraging us to carefully weigh our obligations. 1. The Ones Who Walk Away from Omelas illustrates a profound moral dilemma involving conflicting duties, pushing us to reflect on justice, beneficence, and the morality of allowing harm for the greater good. As you explore these concepts, think about how prima facie duties apply to real-world dilemmas, where multiple moral obligations might conflict. How do we balance our duties, and how can reflection guide us toward ethical decisions in complex situations? Thanks for tuning in, and happy philosophizing.